In a couple of hours' time, the Supreme Court will hear the petition of Atiku Abubakar and the PDP, right? Hear the appeal, so to speak. And then, again, it is Atiku Abubakar and the PDP, Peter Obi and the Labour Party, that has gone to court, gone to the Apex Court, requesting for better interpretation. I use the word better because I'm respect to the justices of the Court of Appeal that adjudicated the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal. I'll leave them, right? Let's bygone be bygone. It's fine. But I believe that the Supreme Court justices knows better. While we continue to say that this trial is going on, let's tell ourselves the truth. The Supreme Court has got a chance to prove to Nigeria that criminality is criminality no matter who is involved. The Supreme Court is actually on trial. The Supreme Court has got a chance to uphold the integrity of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, which they swore to do upon being appointed a judge, right from their early days of being a judge to the point that they have grown to. Will the Constitution of Nigeria be supreme that it's supposed to be? We wait for the Supreme Court to decide that. We are saying earnestly waiting for the Supreme Court to understand that the electoral laws or electoral codes that governs our elections in this country was broken, shattered and battered to pieces. But the Tribunal Court insisted that they do not have evidence to overturn anything. The Supreme Court of Nigeria has a chance to again tell Nigerians that forgery of all sorts, whether it is a land document, is an agreement, is a JAMB result, or is a university degree certificate, forgery is a criminal activity. And such criminal activity should not only just be reproved, it should be punished. So we are expecting that the Supreme Court will not just look at this case and say this is embarrassing to this country. You that have brought a forged document before an electoral body, right? And by chance before this country, you have a place to go. We are waiting for all that. So a lot of us are not just looking at waiting for Supreme Court to give judgment and say you are hereby disqualified. And because of that, return the certificate of return and all benefits you have earned as in president of this country for the period of time will be collected from you. You are also going to be tried for criminality. And there is a punishment in the constitution of this country for such acts. So we are waiting. The Supreme Court has to. So when people say all eyes on the judiciary, that time has passed. Supreme Court has a chance to prove to Nigeria that this should not be tolerated at all costs. We hear as we talk now in this country, there's a minister in this country, there is a current NYC, is a core member, serving in this country, minister. There is a governor whom the court said it doesn't matter that the NYC came out publicly to denounce the certificate that he presented as NYC discharge certificate, but he's still governor of his state. Supreme Court should set the precedence. After this Supreme Court ruling, we will know whether we'll take people out from prisons and make them governor. After the Supreme Court ruling, we will know if we will stop going to school. It is just for us to look for a vendor and print masters and doctorate degrees. I use it to apply for jobs. I use it to apply for visas. I use it to apply for political office in this country. We are waiting for the Supreme Court to establish that. So a lot of us are waiting because a lot of the things will be normalized after the Supreme Court ruling. It is hearing, no. While they are hearing, they should know this country should be paramount. We are waiting. We are earnestly waiting. Earnestly waiting. Supreme Court, you have the ball is in your court. You have the knife and you have the orange. Court has your place. We will not kill ourselves. After all, we have seen four months of traumatic economic depression. Traumatic one. Embarrassing policies of assault, confused initiatives, dancing to the gallery. So we will survive 4 years. If we survive 4 months, we will survive 4 years. But the truth of the matter is that after 4 years, what will happen to this country is what the Supreme Court will live to regret if they don't do the needful. Don't ask me if I have faith in the Supreme Court. I don't have faith in the justice system of Nigeria, but I'm only telling the Supreme Court they have a chance. These people, the 7 of you, has got a chance to put your name in the books as the people that finally buried our democracy and destroyed our constitution. Go ahead and do it. Anything you want to do, go ahead and do it. Go ahead. Go ahead. Nothing, but there's nothing that is new in this country. There's nothing. So there's nothing so spectacular that we have not seen before. Supreme Court, we are waiting for you. Share this video and I'll catch you later.